the ground. This is Saquon Barkley. And nothing doing on his first run. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. So officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Second down, here's Barkley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Here we go.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
A first down carry for Barkley. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Ricardo Allen, the safety, makes the stop.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Here's a give to Barkley. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Well, that play was over before it even got started. Thanks for nothing, huh? How about that? That sets up a very difficult 3rd down call now.
And the Eagles will go with an extra DB here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd.
Thinking pass all the way.
Let's go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Back to throw. Harvey. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. I know some of the talk after last week's loss was the O-line struggles. They gave up 4 sacks. He got hit here and taken down again, so that's something to monitor.
It is something to monitor, but they've got to help their offensive line out. Maybe a little bit different play calling, right? Draws, screens, get the ball out of the quarterback's hands quicker, maybe some quick game passes. All of that to try and help slow down a pass rush and make things easier on their offensive line.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll go on the ground. Finding some room at midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. 1st down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big play there for Philly. 44 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. A handoff to Barkley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. On 3rd down, Harvey. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. That's taken it around the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have great starting field position. Here as they take over. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And complete to Zach Ertz. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Let's go. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. As his guys are in for 6. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And with the rules as touchy as they can be, it's so hard to complete a diving catch in the end zone, but he just did it pretty well.
How about him getting his body, his hands, everything underneath and around the football without it hitting the ground and causing some doubt in the minds of the people who have to look at this and possibly review it. What a tremendous effort and a great catch.
Elliott now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Now this offense about ready to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The corner, Ronald Darby, comes up to get him. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Saquon Barkley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Harvey. And this is going to be incomplete. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
He won't go down. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that is caught. It's Aguilar for the Eagle touchdown. Nelson Aguilar, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add on to their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
With the struggles we're seeing up front for the offense today, they've got to think about changing up their play calling. Some screens, some draws, some quick-hitting plays in order to try and supplement the run game. You don't totally abandon it, but you try and give it a little bit of help.
To throw on third down. Harvey. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 37. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Here we go! Brad 38! Brad 38!
Throwing on first down. Harvey to Barkley on the check down. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll lead here to a third down. Operating from the gun, Harvey. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The offense staying out there. They look prepared to go here on 4th and 10.
Here we go. Grand 38. Grand 38. Flex round. Flex round. Cut.
From the gun, Harvey. He's got Evans. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. This will be their first trip to the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Hey, Ohio.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harvey finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun. Harvey flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is right through. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Gun. They'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Brashad Perriman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Ertz has it left side. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
This quarterback now, a perfect 5 of 5 since taking over. They haven't missed a beat. 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles had 6 to their lead. Elliott now to add the extra point. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Elliott now to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Let's go. What? 90. What? 90.
Back to throw. Harvey. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On the run, it's Barkley. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
To throw on second down. Harvey escaping the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
And this offense on third down today, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
Off play action. Harvey. It's caught. Shepard. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. On first down, Harvey throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
Come on, let's go. Grand 38. Grand 38.
From the gun, Harvey into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people have pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. He'll look to throw. Ertz over the middle. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That goes for a gain of 31. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
And the kick by Elliott is good. And their lead will swell up to 28. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Let's go. White 90. White 90.
Looking to throw. Harvey is going to let this one go deep. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, Is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. And he fires one incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Green 39! Gone! Hot!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19!
They'll set up a throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone! Check. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gone!
They'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. In for the score. And the Eagles are pouring it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Out comes this offensive unit as they get set to take over here. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They begin with a run by Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Harvey is going to flip one out here to his running back. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. The offense on third down, they've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. Back to throw. Harvey. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The screen gets 7, but it's not enough, and it'll be 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Hey. We got three. Three down. Here we go. Brad 38. Brad 38. 58 to the
They'll run with Barkley, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And now running right through him. And down inside the 15 he goes. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you...
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know they're playing people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Ohio. 51, Mike 51.
This is Barkley, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back. Those are the ones you focus on and want to take away, and they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
And he's going to lose yardage here back at the 8. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down. That last completion certainly not what they were hoping for, as now they'll try to convert on 3rd.
Let's go. Brad 38. Brad 38.
Operating from the gun, Harvey. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. So possession goes over here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but